Fantasy football players are pessimists by nature. We love to worry, we love to poke holes in the positive, but you got to stop doing that. Once again, I am Scott Engel, Managing Director of RotoExperts.com. I am the king. I am fantasy, giving you 5 guys that people are being too negative about as draft day approaches. Every time I talk about Arian Foster, it reminds me of an old Richard Pryor skit about Muhammad Ali, where the sports writers would say, his fingernails are dirty, his toes are dead, he doesn't have a chance, and of course Ali would go out and win the fight. People talk that way about Arian Foster too. Too heavy of a workload, injuries, I'm worried about the guy, the yards per carry were down last year. Fine, you want to let Arian Foster drop? I'll take him. I've seen him going 5 or 6 in the first round. We've talked about preseason injury problems with Arian Foster in the past. Once the season starts, he's going to be ready to go. He's got a terrific offensive line. He's got a great lead blocker in Greg Jones this year. Ben Tate will keep him healthy. You passed on Arian Foster in the top 4, you may end up regretting it. The Super Bowl jinx already in effect in Baltimore. They've lost so many guys, especially on offense. Injuries, free agent departures. Now Torrey Smith is the main man in that passing game. And it doesn't seem like a lot of fantasy types have a lot of confidence in him. He gets pigeonholed as a post and fly pattern guy, but anybody who's really watched the Ravens knows that he runs really sharp routes. Joe Flacco is going to have to depend heavily on Torrey Smith this year, and I believe Torrey Smith is going to be ready. He's going to be an excellent wide receiver 3, and some leagues, if they're larger, maybe he can serve you as a wide receiver 2. We talk so much about Percy Harvin coming up over to the Seahawks. Now he's gone. Everybody wants to talk about Golden Tate. Well, what about Sidney Rice? Well, the catches were down last year because Russell Wilson spreads the ball around a lot. He caught just 50 balls last year, and people were worried about his knee. He injured it in the playoffs. He had a procedure recently in Switzerland. But I don't know if anybody noticed that Sidney Rice played all 16 games last year, and he still caught 7 touchdown passes. If you need a wide receiver 3, you could do a heck of a lot worse than Sidney Rice. If he stays healthy this year, he could be the one to really surprise in the absence of Percy Harvin. Everybody wants to write off Montee Ball already. The guy can't beat out Ronnie Hillman. Well, I guess everything that's going to happen is decided by week 2 of the 3 of the preseason. Look, the guy's starting really slowly in camp, and his ADPs are dropping. Go to our friends at fftoolbox.com. You'll see him sliding down every week when you look at the ADPs. But a guy's season is not made in the preseason or even the first 2 weeks. I still have a lot of confidence that Montee Ball is going to be the best fantasy running back in Denver, and this guy could score double-digit touchdowns, finishing for a very explosive offense. He's got a great nose for the goal line. Just because what happens in preseason, I'm not giving up in Montee Ball. When he's doing really well in week 5 or 6, you'll remember this video. Nobody wants a part of Tony Romo anymore. Not Jessica Simpson, not Cowboys fans. The guy has 1 playoff win in his entire career. People say consciously they don't let that creep in, but it does. Some people are ranking Tony Romo outside their top 10 among fantasy experts. Tony Romo puts up excellent numbers every single year. If you wait until the 7th round and you get Tony Romo, you have to be happy. He and Des Bryant are going to make a terrific combination this year, and he is still going to carry that offense in a year when he wants to prove that he was worth big money. Don't sleep on Tony Romo. If you want to be a video star like me, the king, well, just scroll down on the right-hand side of the RotoExperts.com homepage and enter our video contest. You could be the next Roto Experts video star. You could be the next Pat Mayo.